Welcome back to another episode of Grow Through Ganja Smoke with me, Ms. Pearl. This episode is called Run a Train and it comes from the Fall Of album. This is my perspective on the movie Polar Express. And the Santa Claus character gives me the character of, it's in the Bible, it's like Malak or something like that, where it's like the kids are like on his lap and they're like being sacrificed. The parents reminded me of like that couple from Running Scared, the pedophile couple that was doing child pornography and they had the little boy with the bag on his head in the closet. So the movie is pretty much supposed to be a dream. But with the way a lot of shit is panning out in Hollywood right now, I just don't believe a lot of stories are as original as they try to make it seem. I don't think that they're as creative as we give them credit for. Where the fuck did they get all these kids from? I heard Big Homie Cece say that the most trafficked women, group wise, the most trafficked, white women. That was I was like, damn, they transport kids around the world like that? By plane and by train? Welcome back to another episode of Grow Through Ganja Smoke with me, Ms. Pearl. This episode is called Run a Train and it comes from the Fall Of album. This is my perspective on the movie Polar Express. The other night I watched Polar Express with my daughter and my niece for like the first time in like quite a few years. I haven't seen this movie in years. And it's a typical Christmas movie, with certain things in it like milk and cookies, the parents telling you that you gotta go to sleep for Santa to come, and all these questions about Santa, that big ass white lie about Santa Claus. And the Santa Claus character gives me the character of, it's in the Bible, it's like Malak or something like that, where it's like the kids are like on his lap and they're like being sacrificed. I don't know if I got the name right or not, but it's something like that. It's something in that direction. As children, yeah, you need to see things to believe it. That's why explaining why, like the reasons why, sometimes really goes a long way. It can satisfy the curiosity of the cat. Because what you don't share with kids, they will find it somewhere else. And it's just best for you to give them that information first. And as a child, you need to see things to believe it. When you're telling kids now, like stories, and they be like, show me, prove it. Now it's funny because we're the adults telling the stories that they're asking us to show them proof of. And that's what the sister was doing when she was asking all these questions about Santa. The parents reminded me of like that couple from Running Scared, the pedophile couple that was doing child pornography and they had the little boy with the bag on his head in the closet, and the wife came through and shot him and called the police. Yeah, they like the way like the dad's sweater looked, and I don't know, it just gave me those parents, like that couple, it gave me their vibe. Like, I don't know why. The father's clothes, the wife, the mom, the son, the daughter. Yeah, they gave me those vibes from that pedophile couple on that movie. So the movie is pretty much supposed to be a dream. But with the way a lot of shit is panning out in Hollywood right now, I just don't believe a lot of stories are as original as they try to make it seem. I don't think that they're as creative as we give them credit for. I think a lot of this shit that's happening in this movie is real life events all put together for entertainment purposes. And of course, they're given whatever storyline to create the movie, or to create or plant whatever seeds in the minds of the general public watching this shit. Like the movie Him. It wasn't heavily promoted. I heard that it flopped, and I watched the channel Truth Is for like some things that they were pointing out in the movie, and then I'm just like watching that video, like, damn, do I even want to watch this movie now? Because all this demonic shit is coming out, but the thing is, all this demonic shit been out. And then it's like, once you see certain movies, once you see certain things in a movie, like you can't unsee it. It's just there. Where the fuck did they get all these kids from? I heard Big Homie Cece say that the most trafficked women, group wise, the most trafficked, white women. There's only one brown girl on this train, and I don't remember seeing any brown boys. I don't even remember seeing any brown elves. I didn't see one brown chef. I didn't see one brown person working on this train. Like, a lot of shit just, it's like, I don't know. Like, nobody has caused bigger issues on this planet than white men. No other group. Not one other group. No. Mm-mm. Then they had to drink the hot chocolate while it was fucking steaming hot. And then when they had like the pots going around, it looked more like it was something being sprayed around. And then when they like cut to a different scene with the teapots or the kettles, whatever, it was then it looked like steam. But when they first did it, it looked like the train was being sprayed with something. It was weird. A little weird for me. The golden ticket. Is this like the same golden ticket for the Willy Wonka chocolate factory? It's just for the Polar Express and it's more tickets. There's more than just one. I mean, it was more than just one on Willy Wonka because only those few kids could go into that factory. And then why is it little people behind what's going on? And then you know what? I think, those elves or those little workers are a representation of what? Child labor? Like the child slavery? It's a lot. It's a lot when you watch these movies. Like when you and then today I heard for the first time Tory Lane's father, his whole spill outside the court. I'm surprised this man didn't have a whole ass heart attack, stroke, pass out with the type of anger that was raging through this man. And I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him at all. And when he said, they're working against our brown men and brown boys, like, yeah, I believe that shit. I wholeheartedly believe that shit. Golden ticket for the magic train. Is this what they're telling kids? Is this what they tell kids when they kidnap them? We're going to a magic place? This is the magic train? And then, like he cut like different messages on the tickets, so I don't know. And then it did lead to the longer part of the word at the end when he punched some more holes in it. The little brown girl going with this grown ass man by herself to the back of the train. And then she just knows everything, or she's like she gives you like the teacher's pet vibe. Like she been here before. She like the student that stayed back a few times. So they already been here. They already been through all this. They know where to go. They're like on the board. They're on the board. So if any decisions are being made or anybody in control of something or anybody leading anything, she's on the board. She's one of the board members of Polar Express, apparently. When he was in the back, when the train, I guess the train conductor was in the back with the little boy and the little girl, and then the other little boy, he looked back there. That shit gave me weird vibes because I don't know. She was taking him some hot chocolate too. What's in this hot chocolate? I don't know. Like the whole, I don't know. That movie just gave me like just weird minds. Like if they flying kids out, they probably gotta be. They probably got them on trains too. They probably using the train system too. Then I guess the white dude that was on top of the train, like the ghost man, I guess that was Scrooge. He gave me Conor McGregor vibes. I don't know what it was. It was like Conor when he was like 135, 145, one of those weight classes when he was like real slim. Back when he was the assassin. Back when he was like a real ninja. He gave the little boy dirty coffee, I guess. They had like a sock in it. I don't know. And then he was with the little boy the whole movie. Like he would just show up. Is this like supposed to? I don't know. The whole movie, I was just watching it like, is this just a dream? Is this supposed to be a dream for him where he did all these things? Your man must have been sleeping for like 8 hours, 9 hours. Because a lot of things happened. And the train ends up in this town or ends up at the North Pole. So when the train got to the North Pole, again, there were no brown elves. I thought I saw one, but I rewinded it back. Well, I kept like trying to look for them, but I didn't see one. So I don't know. It just like I remember even seeing news, the news articles online about the modern day slavery over there at like the Sheen factory. And it's like, don't they do that with the big name brand things too? Got them people over there slaving for like 3 cents a day or some shit. The bells. It was something about the bell, something about that frequency. There were a lot of bells around the world, and then Europeans came and took them down. It's something about the frequency of the bells. I gotta look more to. I probably gotta look back on that. And then it's all about giving this big fat ass white man all the credit for shit he didn't do. I I don't know. The programming in society is insane. They want our kids at the crack of dawn being programmed by somebody else outside of parents. And they can teach them what. Listen, the school system can teach your kids whatever the fuck they want to teach them. Like at this point, they're not even letting people go past the office when you go to the school. So all this shit is like scary, really, to even think about. You gotta show more proof that you are who you are to go pick up your own child. Again, where the fuck did he get all these kids? And then the train like pulls up in the neighborhood. And then it's just picking up more kids. That was I was like, damn, they transplant kids around the world like that. By plane and by train? Well, damn. It's just like fucking Monsters Inc. coming through the bedrooms to scare the kids and get the suck out the energy from the scream or use the energy of the scream to pretty much keep their shit going. To keep their city powered. Keep what they got going on running smoothly. They're using our kids to do this shit. Like they poisoning us and they're using us. Like with the Epstein files and shit, like that shit fucking crazy. Where are they kidnapping babies from? But then again, I don't want to know because that shit is wild. That shit is wild to even put together. And that shit did not start with my people, but my people are involved in it. And they have power and influence over a lot of us. And these motherfuckers are kidnapping our kids, putting them on boats, planes, trains, cars, and doing some wild ass shit. And then they put it in movies, but since they're telling the story, they can tell it how they want us to perceive it. It's just entertainment. I don't know. I maybe I'll ask my kids what they think about this movie. But of course, this will be coming from a kid's perspective. But I just want to know what they got from the movie, so I can just gain that perspective, I guess. But hey, look, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you got something from it. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you back next week. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Either way, this has been Growth Through Ganja Smoke with me, Miss Pearl.